What's up, Bethel College? My name is Kate MacArthur and I'm the observatory assistant for this year. Today I'm going to talk to you about how our observatory operates and how you can come up and view Saturn in one of our new upcoming open house events.
So, where is our observatory at? Well, it's at the top of the Kriebel Science Center, right where the big white dome is. This dome houses our 16-inch telescope along with its many other features on top of it. While this is one big telescope, it does have smaller telescopes on it that we use to spot where we are in the sky. Why do we need these spotter scopes? Well, we need them because these smaller telescopes have a bigger field of view than the large one. This allows us to center objects we are looking at into the bigger telescope to see closer. Right now, we have our camera hooked up to the spotter scope so we can track it all with the help of software downstairs. Software runs nearly every aspect of the telescope, and even more when we want to take astrophotography during the colder months. We use this program, Deep Sky X, which gives us a view of all the celestial objects in the sky at the time. As you can see, the sky is filled with more objects than what you can see with the naked eye. When we want to look at something in the sky at night, we simply pick a target and hit slew. This moves the telescope with the software to the exact position of the object we are looking for. Another large part the software plays is tracking. Tracking is the action the telescope does to keep the objects we are looking at in the eyepiece or camera during observation. We need this tracking because the Earth spins, which quote-unquote moves the stars in the sky out of the view of the telescope. With tracking, we are able to move the telescope and the dome automatically to keep our object in view. All of this and a few more minor details is all it takes to run this telescope effectively. Now that you know just a little bit more about our observatory, let me tell you about what's up in the sky and when we may have an opportunity to have an open house for you to visit. The main topic for this week, as I said before, is Saturn, and we will have an opportunity to view it October 8th. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest in the solar system, only behind Jupiter. It also has the largest ring system in our solar system and holds onto 146 moons in its gravitational pull. Some of the pictures that you are seeing now were taken by the Cassini spacecraft, which was on a mission to explore as much as it could about Saturn. This spacecraft took its solar system journey beginning in 1997 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Here is the first camera test of the spacecraft. You can clearly see Saturn with all of its rings. And this was even taken 20 months out before it was officially arrived at Saturn. Cassini's mission was to explore the area of Saturn, including its moon Titan. It did this by dropping off another probe which lasted on the surface for 3 hours, and this marked the first probe landing on a moon in the outer solar system. It learned that Titan was very geologically and meteorologically similar to Earth, and it also learned that Titan has lakes and rivers which are eternally shadowed by its thick nitrogen atmosphere, and all of this mimics what Earth was long ago. Cassini also flew by Enceladus, which is an icy moon that often has geysers that spew water hundreds of miles into the air above the moon. Observing these plumes of water allowed scientists to infer that Enceladus was just ice on the surface and harbored a planet-sized ocean under the surface of ice. After doing more research on Saturn's rings and its magnetic field and taking plenty of pictures along the way, in 2016, in order to eliminate the possibility of contaminating the surfaces of other moons, Cassini began its final mission, which has been appropriately named the Grand Finale. It took many close observations and images of Saturn, often passing between the upper atmosphere and the rings of the planet. Doing this allowed Cassini to return very valuable information to home. And on September 15, 2017, it took a dive into the planet, sending back as much information about the atmosphere for as long as its thrusters could point its antenna at Earth. Shortly after, it was crushed by the pressure of the atmosphere and lost forever. Just before the mission ended, Cassini took this photo of Saturn. You may think that is just a regular photo with some stars in the back, but that blue dot back there, that is Earth. Back on Earth, Saturn rises just after 6 p.m. and is perfect viewing for when the sun goes down. Given that the weather is clear, of course. The observatory is planning on hosting an open house on October 8th from 8 to 10 p.m. for all Bethel students and anyone who is willing to like to view the ring planet up close. Some other celestial objects in the sky this week include Jupiter, which rises at 9:15, Uranus, which rises at 9:30, and Neptune, which rises at 7. This week on the 1st, the moon will begin its darkening phase from its full moon on the 30th, and will continue on to the 11th, where it will be a new moon. As the moon darkens through the week, more celestial objects may become easier to spot without the light of the moon drowning them out. This is perfect for our upcoming open house event, as I said before. So to end us off, we are looking forward to our open house event on October 8th from 8 to 10 p.m. Initially, we'll be viewing Saturn given that the weather is clear. Be on the lookout for an email that might say otherwise, and also be on the lookout for more videos like this to learn about the planets, stars, and more opportunities for open house events right here at Bethel College.